Big Bacon. Greetings again, everybody. Welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm Big Bacon, and this is the Star Wars Black Series Bad Batch Wrecker. That's right, our second Bad Batch figure so far. If you're looking for the other four, well, be patient. They're in here. So, Wrecker, I actually managed to get on a trade with somebody in a Facebook group. I traded an extra 212th Trooper, Walgreens exclusive for it. I felt like I did well. He was abundant here briefly and then just disappeared. So I finally managed to get my hands on one. So without any further ado, what do you say we take a look at the figure? Now, Bad Batch is an animated series. So the fact that they've taken these animated heads, these animated faces, and made them more lifelike, I love it. It's great. Now, let's do a close-up look here. The paint on this figure, the sculpt on this figure, the sculpt is amazing. He's got his good eye, got his not good eye, got some scar tissue showing all over this side of the head. His ears even chewed up a little bit on that side. Perfectly fine over here. The paint, they've whited out the eye. They've added just a little bit of pinkish coloration to some of the scarring. It's not as bad as the Boba Fett. Let's take on 50 gallons of white paint scar. His armor is chewed up. You can see places where the paint has chipped off. Several deep scratches and gouges in the armor. A lot of wear and tear. And it's not just in one area. I mean, it runs the entire length of the armor. Whole bunch of chewed up, damaged plates. It's beautiful, man. I mean, even there, on his back, where it is not commonly visible. So, this is all reuse of Hunter. No, I'm lying. I say that so much that it just reflects now at this point. This is a deluxe figure, and it's a whole new sculpt. So, this piece here is a rubber overlay. These are the soft rubber, and they are on rings, yeah, up under the sculpt. So they should move with the sculpt, but they don't want to move. They're staying in place for the most part. That's strange. Oh well. All in all, there's not a whole lot of stuff here that doesn't scream greatness. Look at the size of that knife sheath. Got some red paint on here that's chipped away, and you can see the underpaint. Got the Tampo Clone Force 99 emblem. Sorry, I keep forgetting to use the camera to look. Same on this side. More red that's been scuffed off. And the great thing about paint like this is if it had undershot, you could just claim that it's battle damage. He has it doesn't have a belt, but he does have these two large boxes on his side. They've got some paint, and I have no idea what they're supposed to be. Leg armor comes down. This is full coverage armor, so I mean it wraps all the way around. There's no strapping, The boots look like they've got a textured leather look to them. My only real complaint about the face paint is that when they use this face print technique, it always leaves it shiny as can be. Well, not always, but he's got some spots that are just, I mean, he's gleaming. So let's do some articulation. Head is on a ball joint. Bottom of the neck is on a ball joint. But because of this armor in the back, he can only look up that far. Looking down, that far. He's got great tilt and rotation. Arms hinge up to 90. As you saw earlier, it does rotate all the way around. There's no thigh cut on this, or bicep cut on this figure. He's got a single jointed pinless elbow that rotates at the elbow. Hands rotate. This hand has a horizontal hinge that is really tight. This hand over here has a really tight vertical hinge. Okay, so his torso cut is up here underneath this rubber overlay. So tilting forward, he tilts forward that far, but the moment you let go, the rubber piece is going to push it back up. Leans back that far. Got a little, he's got tilt and rotation. Thighs. His leg actually comes out pretty close to 90. Coming out sideways. Not terrible for an armor-wearing figure. Even a little bit of back. He's got a thigh cut hidden underneath the armor. A single jointed knee that comes up beyond 90. It does rotate at that knee as well. The foot hinges forward only that far because of the armor. Hinges back only that far because of the armor. But there is forward facing rocker. So, let's get him back on a stand. And we'll focus now on the accessories. Comes with a backpack. Now, most backpacks that I've been seeing recently are just single paint molded color. This thing has quite a bit of paint detail. Looks a little small, maybe a little missed opportunity there. But for the most part, it is a nice looking backpack. It's got a T-hook peg. Fits directly into the back, and because of the odd shape, it doesn't rotate, doesn't twist, it fits in there perfectly. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Alright, it's got the same grayish color for the handle. Great silver paint detail. I mean, if I hit the right angle, yeah, it gleams like metal. Serrated on the back edge. And this fits beautifully. Right there in the knife sheath. I say knife sheath, that's a sword sheath. Comes with this blaster, which seems a little undersized for him. I think this might actually be the same size as the one Hunter came with. But I'd have to double check. We haven't even gotten to his review yet. Detail-wise, I mean, there's great detail on this. It's got this peg, which on some figures they have slots in the legs so they can peg them in. This one does not. And last but not least, his helmet. Clone Force 99, he's got a skull painted on it. I mean, the paint is shoddy, it's messy, it's all over the place, but they painted their stuff themselves, so yeah, you're going to get that. It's large enough to actually go on his head. Much like Crosshair, that's him fully decked out. Like Crosshair, though, I'm not going to waste a beautiful face sculpt underneath this. So, I'm going to make him hold this thing. These hands are big and they are not as soft as some of the others. Grab a section that doesn't have a whole lot of paint. And there you have it. Rekka. So, what do you say we get him up on the display? Now, normally I'd say he almost qualifies for Beefy Boy status, but I think he might actually be... Well, most Star Wars figures are undersized compared to Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe. He's actually taller than the Joe and the Marvel Legend next to him, so scale-wise, yeah, he tends to fit with that expected. I mean, look at Ming-Na Wen next to Dave from accounting and Zartan. So, I mean, yeah, it happens. Senate Guard is shorter than Firefly. Casca shorter than everybody around her. Mandalorian Death Watch is actually shorter than Baroness. So, yeah, scale-wise, Star Wars is a little bit tiny. But within themselves, they scale fairly well. So that's it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.